Here, in the left, in the green location on Han, we have
TSL aLive.
aLive. And now, to the upper right, we have our tactically oriented Terran.
Byun.
Had some spectacular play last game.
Wow. You just did that, Artosis.
I did it.
You did it.
You didn't think I'd do something like that? No, I did it. I don't care. I'm a free spirit, Tasteless.
Now, if you look at the two different starting locations on this map, clearly one has better property value than the other.
Well, you know, that's true unless, you know, you're an orc or something. Then suddenly this one has some more appeal.
I would say
this
an undead.
It makes me feel like I'm at home at Mordor, man.
Yeah, it's true. If I was a demon creature, there's a Scantipede.
Scantipede's like that side of the map as well. What if you're a Scantipede that has money and likes to buy property?
Well, you know, here's the thing, is that if you're a Scantipede, it's probably too, it's not hot enough on the bottom left side of the map to live.
Yeah, it's
you know?
Cold-blooded.
Yeah.
It isn't like that little mountain goat that's down.
Yeah, there's a mountain goat at the bottom left side of the map.
Yeah.
Usually the expansion. And, you know, those are two different creatures, you know? Now, here's what I don't understand. Why does the Zerg not infest the mountain goat? And we could have a mountain goat unit in the game.
Well, here's the thing. The mountain goat, by the size of it, the looks of it, I'm not sure that it would be better than a Zergling. But probably costs a similar amount.
That's true.
Yeah.
And probably only one hatches from an egg.
That would be pretty terrible. And what if ZVZ degenerated into Mountain Goat versus Mountain Goat? All we'd see
are
them ramming their heads together.
They'd have to go mountain goats until they could tech to mutas? No, I don't want that. All right.
They'd have to fight on a mountain. Like, you can't engage on flat land with your Mountain Goat unit. So you both run to a hill and then bash horns against each other. The female Mountain Goat's sitting there. The winner gets that and wins the game. That's not ZVZ, Tasteless.
That would be a
Discovery
terrible
Channel.
This isn't the Discovery Channel.
Thank God.
This is GSL.
Thank God you're not Kerrigan or the Overmind.
Oh, kidding.
This would be a terrible game.
There's a mountain goat. See, we finally got a shot of him.
Here he is.
All right.
Nah.
Now over here, Byun is going to go for a fast expand. And that's totally different than what aLive's going for. aLive is actually teching.
Yep.
These are totally different things.
Yeah, man. Green and blue.
Fruit and
Totally
vegetables.
different.
Yeah.
Fruit and vegetables.
Red wine, white
I'm like
wine.
tomato. Your head explodes.
Tomato, tomato. Potato, potato. Now, he's again going for a similar build even as it continues onward. He's going, even though he didn't get the tech lab like in the first game, he's going for the 3 barracks right off the bat.
Yeah, it's a very solid build. He can basically hold anything with it as long as he reacts correctly, scouts right, that type of thing. So I like the build by Byun. It worked out well for him before, and it can certainly work out well for him again. I think he's got to play a very defensive game, though. I think you're right. aLive is just so action-packed the way he plays. You know, he is a former FOU member, and a lot of those guys are very, very aggressive.
Well, you know, it's a character trait that you see with some players where even if they shouldn't engage, the mountain goes to the Terran base now. All right. Even though you shouldn't engage, you still win. It's like that in Protoss vs. Protoss in StarCraft 1, if you remember.
Yeah.
Reaver, Dragoon. There were players I knew who were so good, they were actually attacking me with Dragoon Reaver when they shouldn't, but they'd still win. Yeah. Because their control is so good. It's like, well, wait a minute, man. That's actually probably not the best way to approach this.
No, that's quite true. People sometimes get confident in their micro and just want to out-micro.
Oh, you know what? There's 2 mountain goats in the base.
Oh, my God.
They should make a mountain goat baby.
Well, these are both male mountain goats.
How do you know that?
I can tell. I'm a mountain goat expert.
You zoomed in and checked?
I rotated it.
You rotated it in? All right.
Gave it a little look-see. They both have horns, man. I figured that only the guys have horns.
He's controlling. This is essentially a Xel'Naga watchtower, even though it looks like a warp gate. And
he warps and he's like, no!
There's a Protoss in this game for some reason. Now, he's been rotating in and out the add-ons here. And I'm under the impression we're just going to see Marine Siege Tank.
Yeah. You know, one Banshee for harassment purposes oftentimes is quite nice. As long as you keep it alive, you have that thing around all game. You might force a turret or two, kill a couple SCVs, kill a couple Marines, bruise stuff up.
Okay, here comes the Banshee. And even making these mules move is going to cost the Terran money.
Absolutely. 30 minerals as soon as it moves once. And here we go, a little poke here, but there is a bunker, and he's sitting there as well watching. Walks right past the bunker and has more Marines, but a siege tank pops out. Byun, I'm not sure that was a good idea, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know what his game plan was there. He was treating it like the guy who was teching a Banshee, I think.
Yeah. Well, it looks like he's actually doing a lot of damage, man. He's getting a lot of SCVs. He's killed a decent amount of Marines. Right around the Rosie.
He might want to shoot down the mountain goat and take out one of his pets. Uh-oh, they just gave up.
You can't target mountain goats here.
Yeah, you can.
No, they're a preserved animal on this map.
They're an endangered species.
Maybe this is like Yellowstone. It's got like the lava and everything, man.
Yeah, it does. It has the geysers.
It's like what is Yellowstone then and now? It's the name of the map.
All right.
Time for aLive to move out. Do some poking and prodding.
Siege tanks rolling out here. It's been, with the exception of that very, very peculiar attack there by Byun, it's been a very passive game. I want to go back to that. I don't understand what his game plan was there. When he sort of like
weird.
ran up past the bunker.
Think of it this way, you know, he got up there, and I think he missed micro just one time. I think he could have had 6 Marines instead of 5, or 7 instead of 6. Oh, hold the phone. We'll talk about that later. Doing a little attack here.
No medevacs here for Byun.
Stim just about to finish for Byun, though.
I think this is the fundamental problem with Byun's playstyle, is that you can actually just push him. You can actually just walk up and push his up.
Well, he has Stim now, so we're going to have to see. And he does go ahead and Stim. No medevacs, though. SCV's coming out as well, and he will clean this up. Those Marauders really ending up helping out a little bit there, and he's actually suddenly way ahead.
Oh my God, and there's a drop down here.
Oh my God. How'd that happen? It looks like he just walked those around, and he does have several kills on them. 4.
Lucky for him. He did manage to take a good amount out there before that was stopped.
Combat shield's pretty good. Well, Byun suddenly, you know, that first game he just was so outclassed, but now he's in a class of his own.
He is.
He's number one.
Well, you know what it could be? He could be getting back into Code S class.
Yeah.
He could be winning this game here. The supply difference, not tremendous, but the, hold on a second, let me check on your computer, Joseph. Yeah, but the SCV count is pretty serious. 42 for aLive, 50 for Byun.
And he's up 9 spots, so should be feeling good about himself. He's got all his tech up, finally starting siege tank production. And in fact, they have the same number of siege tanks, so that's looking really good for him. No second factory for aLive yet, so they're going to be pretty even in that area.
You know, Byun has learned from previous. Oh, look at this shoot off. You lose. No, but you know, I think it's really smart that he's keeping a Marine there at the gold base.
Yeah.
He's occupying that location, and that's
You're
smart.
Feel a lot more confident.
We've seen on this map, especially more so than other maps, good players when they get behind take the gold.
Yeah,
going for the gold.
Well, that's what you do, man. And he's got one at both gold bases, so he's not messing around. He wants to know where aLive is at all times. Put one of those prisoner anklets on him.
Yeah.
Beeps every time he goes to the
From
gold
Battlefield
base.
Earth. Have you seen that movie?
Oh, yeah, that was
Whoa,
like the
that
worst
movie's
movie
so bad.
Ever. I don't know why you were in that movie, Tasteless.
Now I really don't want to be a Scientologist. Wow. No, but seriously, that movie's bad. But they did have those shot
It was so long.
It's so long.
I can't even believe it was
It's just so long.
It just never ends, and you want it to end like 10 minutes after it starts. You're like, I hope this is almost over.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's garbage.
Garbage.
Trash. Just sit here and do our own private jokes with each other. Everyone's like,
They're giggling and tickling each other, not casting the game. I like how Byun's actually moving around on the map here.
Yeah, he's got the watchtowers. He's got units at the gold bases, checking stuff out.
aLive has actually completely started to turtle since that botched attack.
Well, it looks like he's actually going to hit a time. He's trying to macro up really, really quick now. He's got actually 5 barracks with reactors, 1 with a tech lab, as well as a reactor starport and a factory. So I think he's just going to make a ton of units and start going. Maybe try to roll over Byun. But Byun, at the same time, he's producing a ton of units as well. In fact, he's up 15 supply.
I think Byun siege up there. I think he was hoping aLive would actually just engage him. And then he actually saw how much aLive has. If you look at aLive's army, it's actually much scarier than what Byun has on the map. I want to point this out. Look at the...
Well, Byun has 20 more SCVs.
Uh-oh. I don't know if aLive is fully aware of the fact that his opponent doesn't have anything. Well, now he should be, but...
Yeah. When he sees that, he should actually be like, wait a second.
He should probably stim an attack.
Won't splatter me. As long as you don't get splattered with that green clump, you're going to roll through that. But Byun very smartly turns around. aLive a little bit
totally
slow.
got duped.
Yeah,
he's like not even there. He's like, oh my god, I just wasted all this energy.
And
that was a good move by Byun because I was sitting there thinking, man, if Byun actually stays there,
yeah.
I mean, eventually, you know, aLive is going to realize the Emperor, you know,
his army,
himself, the Emperor has no clothes right now. This guy actually is not as scary as he's acting.
Yeah, man, he would have been Byun.
Yeah. Now aLive moving out. He may be tempted to go for this expansion. Does he know that Byun has an expansion?
I believe he does, actually. He had a Marine up there scouting.
Yeah,
so
he knows.
He did.
Okay.
He knows stasis. And he has made a few Vikings. Stopped those medevacs from really scouting the area that well. Byun trying to get...
very nice. Looks like now aLive won't be able to get up north any further. He's sieged up. Kind of isolated that location.
Byun actually hitting his max, whereas aLive still 24 supply below.
Well, that means to be very bad if aLive tried to engage.
Well, he has 20 SCVs below, so his army will actually be bigger when he does max out, and right now it's about the same size. In fact, he has an extra siege tank and an extra Marine.
Very nice here. You always want to have 1 or 2 Vikings in this army. What is aLive doing? Whoa.
Big mistake there. Doesn't want to lose anything right now. His economy just is not as good as Byun's. Byun right now really should focus on having a really clean siege line. Be very careful with everything because he's got the better economy. He's had this third base going for a bit. aLive hasn't finished his third command center. So Byun is in the lead. In fact, Byun's sending out some SCVs.
Yeah, and when you see people do stuff like that, guys, he's actually trying to free up more supply for his army.
Wants more siege tanks, wants more Vikings.
This has been a very intense, low-base game. They've really both been focusing on getting big armies. It's building up. Eventually, the tension is going to break here with a huge explosion of action. He's getting close.
Here we go. He's going to siege up.
Not handling this right.
Yeah, Byun a little bit out of position there with his Marines and Marauders. Just don't want them getting hit.
Okay, he lost that siege tank.
Oh, nice Vikings by Byun. Going to take out all the medevacs. That is not good for aLive.
Yeah, he's going to have to turn around now. That was close. It's actually been such a low-base game that Byun actually made a planetary, not even an orbital.
Yeah. It's got to be
I can't believe how little aLive expands. This is an interesting term for We don't normally see guys low base like this.
Like 2 base max Marine tank.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the best way to play. And as Byun is showing us, they're both max, but Byun has a lot more bank because he's had that extra expansion.
Oh no, Byun! Oh my god, that was so close. That was so incredibly close. And you can see, with the Marines, he's been trying to figure out, is there a way I could shoot down those Vikings from this distance?
And no, there is not. Byun just doing a great job using those Vikings as spot.
This is how you do it. Get behind the minerals, or run into the planetary. Okay.
Both work.
Stay behind the minerals like that, and you can just mow down some Marines. Planetaries, you know, they're great for defending the expansion in general, but you can get behind the minerals.
Oh my god! We have a nice little battle here. Byun stimming and running up, taking out as much as he can before turn around and run away.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was very nice. Taking out Siege Tank 2 is always welcome. Both players remaxing so quickly after each little skirmish. But Byun still banking some minerals. He can go ahead and make some more command centers if he wants. In fact, he has a drop just about ready to move in. It's just kind of sitting there at the gold base.
You Byun, he's kind of been pushed to the top of the map. He doesn't have a lot of wiggle room here, but he's handling this very, very, very well.
Yeah, certainly. I would rather be on the defensive in TVT than the offensive, because your opponent, if you siege correctly, cannot attack you very easily. Here we go. Byun a little bit late on sieging. Oh my god, that is a lot of siege tanks for both sides.
And that was quite an exchange.
Yeah, Byun comes out on top. He is about 15 supply up, even a little bit more than that. Well, getting even more. Over 30 supply up now.
Uh-oh, he comes in here. He's going to be able to take out some depots, take out some Marines.
Good timing on that drop, and will he get out? Yes.
And that is going to make it difficult to reinforce this shot, this army we have a shot of right now. aLive continuing to push forward. All Byun has to do is keep this expansion going and re-macro out. And that's why Vikings are so important, is because you can use them to spot.
Yes.
You need more medevacs, but you need enough Vikings that you basically just want to have a few more Vikings than your opponent, basically.
Yes, but not a lot more.
Not a lot more.
Like
then you stim and your army just dies.
Yep. Well, Byun still holding on tight. In fact, harassing that third base again. Oh, man. The SCV's coming out. Try to clean that up. And 136 supply and no money for aLive. 175 and some money for Byun. So Byun looks like he may just crush through here nowadays.
Byun, is he going to go around? No, he's going to engage this.
I think it was sloppy, but I think it was the right choice. Take out that little group of tanks if possible. But aLive comes up.
What are the upgrades on the tanks, Sartosis? That's probably the most important thing right now.
aLive has +1, and Byun has +2.
Okay, that's why he decided to do that then. He's going to go around.
2-1 on the Marines of aLive.
This is really smart here from Byun.
Byun has 1-1 more upgrades on Marines as well.
He wants that army to chase him.
Catch me if you can.
I think aLive has been so aggressive. He's actually allowed this window of opportunity here. These Marines should be able to shoot down this command center if I...
And brings Byun out of position.
Oh no, it's going to go in the lava!
Oh
boy. Not the lava. We can't salvage that. The pilot of the command center falls in there. He's like, oh no, I'm melted in lava. Uh-oh. Very nice. He turns around. There's a trap set up. Byun sees it. Byun probably at a loss of what to do with these units. I guess he's... Oh! That's so funny. I think aLive thought he was gone. He's like, wait a minute.
Byun loves to run back and forth with the Marines. Well, here's them in really good shape.
Yeah, they are. Now here's the issue: is this game's gone on long enough that it really comes down to these gold bases. And I mean, right now it's very difficult for aLive to take.
Oh, catching a siege tank or two.
He needs to get just siege tanks in range of that. That's why he's setting up those siege tanks over there. aLive is to defend.
This is actually aLive right now. Can just make a few more units and go in and crush that little army.
But instead, he's going up to the north.
Yeah, looks like he's... Well, Byun, you're out of position. I'm going to go up here, see if I can't get something done.
I personally would have gone and taken out those units at the bottom right.
Yeah, I would have crushed that force and expanded again, personally. But to each his own, he loves to be an attacker. And Byun with another nice drop, taking out some supply depots. And that's just going to be annoying to remove. Stims a ton of units, sends them in. Probably should target down that medevac, too. And
wow. Took that out.
In mere seconds, the gold base being taken out. So it turned out to be a very good decision. But he's engaging as well. The SCV's coming out to play.
Well, this is really bad now for aLive. This is actually a bigger loss for aLive than it is for Byun.
Yeah.
Because he lost a ton of SCVs. Are there even any SCVs left with that expansion, Artosis?
aLive has 10 SCVs to his name.
Oh, my, are you serious?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, I'm looking at it on your screen now. 10 SCVs to 50.
Wow.
49, but let's round it up.
It's 5 times as many.
Yeah.
Neither multiples of 11, but still. Very important numbers.
Wow.
That's how you know if a number's important. It's a multiple of 11.
That was my favorite times table as a kid.
Until it gets to 11, then it just gets silly.
Well, aLive is still very good at engaging here, but let's face it, he needs more money. Every siege tank he loses, every medevac that's shot down, every Marine that's exploded with the siege tank volley is going to be one that he can't really remake because he doesn't have an economy.
Yeah, Byun right now has a good economy still. He's feeling good. He's fully mining from one base, whereas aLive is certainly not. But aLive That's a nice surface area here and a lot of reads.
Always beats the convex.
And Byun just, well, his superior upgrades really showing through there. That is for sure. And suddenly we're down to 28 supply for aLive, 114 for Byun.
Yeah, even though it looks like aLive has an army that's even to Byun, he just doesn't have anything else on the screen.
And
GG,
that is
spelled
it.
out in Hangul.
Wow.
What a series. I'm high on life, Artosis. That was a great turn for Terran. You, Byun, get the GSL Power Stone. But aLive is not done yet. I gotta say, to play a Terran that would be that exhausting, that took about, what, an hour, that entire series? It's a long time.
Yeah, that was
go
a very
up
long
against
series.
Czech.
Yeah.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah, that's a hard place to be in. You know?
It is.
Obviously, you're going to prepare more for your first match, then your second, unless you are against someone that you're like, well, I'm not going to beat MC.
You're like, I'll cheese this guy and then
and
play a
prepare
real
for the
game.
second match.
Yeah.
But I think he probably prepared more for the TVT, to be honest. Czech's
so.
a pretty scary player, and he's not really a standard Zerg. He has kind of his own style. He prefers roach play, even against Terran. It's a little bit peculiar at times. Taste of saving the set once again.
I saved this set so many times.
We actually just got to get a rope and like tie it around and give you like one of those child belts so they can't get away with the stretchy cord.
Yeah, that's what we need.
So it like bounces
this
back
thing,
up.
it wobbles, man. Sometimes we've had some stuff happen with this thing that you guys haven't even seen. But no, going back to what you're saying, I think you're totally right. You can't really prepare against Czech unless you're playing against Czech.
Yeah, he's not like super stylistic, but he's definitely stylistic.
Yeah. So that's going to be a little bit tough. At the same time, though, Czech has definitely made some pretty big blunders we've seen in late game.
Yeah.
We're going to have a 2-minute break, guys. Don't go too far away. We'll be back soon here at the GSL.